Hey everyone, this is a video on how to get SaaSKit running locally on your machine. If you haven't checked out SaaSKit, it is a open source template built with Fresh and Deno, which means a great developer experience combined with the speed and reliability of Fresh. Let's get started. So first, this is the SaaSKit GitHub account, SaaSKit repo. What we're going to do is we're going to clone the repo first. So let's get started. Great. The next step is to create a .m file, which we'll use to store environmental variables. So we can just do that with the cp command. Oh, first we'll have to go into SaaSKit, and then we can do it. Third time is the charm. Great. The next step is to start all the Supabase services, and in order to do that, first you'll have to start Docker. So let's go ahead and start Docker. So I just opened Docker, and it will take a little bit for it to start running. If you haven't checked out SaaSKit, it's basically, it has all the fundamental features that every SaaS has. User accounts, user creation flows, a landing page, a pricing section, session management, a billing integration with Stripe, and as well as gated API endpoints. And we're continuing to add new features to help make it as easy as possible for someone to get started with a new SaaS project. If you want to check out our roadmap, right now our public roadmap is pinned in our issues in the repo, so go ahead and check it out. These are all the tasks that we need to do in order to get to V1, to a V1 launch. And if you're interested in contributing, join us on Discord. We'd love contributors always. And yeah, let's just see. Okay, so looks like Docker is running. Once Docker is running, we can start Supabase services using Supabase start. For some reason, my computer doesn't have enough RAM to start a lot of these services, so I have to include ignore health check. If you get an error, oh, okay, Supabase start's already running. Great. It's because I had this on earlier. Let me see if I can turn this off so we can start from scratch, just so we can see what that whole thing looks like. Hang on. Great. So I'm going to start Supabase again. And you can see here, Docker is going to start a bunch of these services. Sometimes I get this database is not healthy. message. We'll see if it becomes a problem. Let's see. Great. Here we go. So once you have started your Supabase services, it outputs all these like environmental variables, and we will have to copy and paste some of these. So let's open up the repo real quick and we can take a look at where we want to be putting these. So we have our .m file right here. This is where our environmental variables will go. And we'll take a non key right here. That's going to go to the first one. Supabase URL should be the same, right? Localhost 54321. The Supabase service key is going to be this service role key right here. Great. And that's all we can do right now. The Stripe stuff we'll get to in a minute. Actually, we'll get to the Stripe stuff right now. A minute is right now. Okay, great. So the next step is to set up Stripe. So basically all this stuff, the Docker stuff is going to set up Supabase pretty straightforward. The next step is to set up Stripe. The easiest way to do this is if you have the Stripe CLI and you've logged into your Stripe CLI, this command, which we'll put into the README, is basically going to create a new product in your Stripe account with the appropriate information to help you get set up. And notice that this is specific to the current default project, which is the To-Do app. Obviously, when you make your own SaaS, you can choose whatever you want to put here. But just so that we can get this project running locally, let's go ahead and create this product called Premium Tier. Great. So if it succeeds, the response output should be the product, a JSON of the product. And the key thing here is the default price. The default price is a unique ID, basically, that we'll have to copy and paste it into constants.ts, which should be in the root of your project, constants.ts. So you see one of the constants is the premium plan price ID, so we'll go ahead and replace that. Now the next thing you need to do is to update a few things in Stripe. So we'll go into stripe.com. And I think I'm already logged in, but if you haven't used Stripe before, it's a super easy way to send and receive payments on the internet. You might need to create a new account. I have one here called SaaSKit. I'm in that project right now. And where you want to go first is your Stripe dashboard, because you want to be able to get your secret keys, your secret API keys. So let's head over to the dashboard, which I think is... Oh, I guess this is the dashboard. products, API keys, developers, API keys. Here we go. So under dashboard.stripe.com/test/API keys, when you first start your Stripe account, it'll default to a test mode, which is what you want currently to make sure that things are working. So here you'll see this dashboard.stripe.com/test/API keys. This is where the keys are. The one that we want is the secret key right here. We want to paste that into our .m right here, secret key. So let's go ahead and do that. And just to be safe, I'll do it on this screen so you can't see. I put it in. Great. So once you have that, the next important thing to do in your Stripe account is to update the customer portal. So this is important because when your users upgrade their subscription, they'll be taken to a Stripe customer portal, or they'll be taken to a Stripe domain. So that's where they'll manage all their billing stuff. So we want to make sure that the user has the ability to make changes to their subscription through the customer portal. So we can do that. I think it's under where is it? Billing. Should be under settings. Maybe it's under settings. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Stripe. Basically, go to the top right. You'll see a little gear icon. Click on that. That'll be the settings. And in your settings, there's going to be customer portal under the billing section. So go to customer portal. Great. So we will provide a link directly in the README because it's kind of hard to get to. But what you want to do is get to this page and make sure that these are enabled, because when customers get to this page, then they'll be able to update their billing information, their customer information, update their payment methods, update or be able to cancel their subscription. So make sure these are all toggled, and make sure that they can switch plans. The key thing here is that if you turn on customers can switch plans, you can select the product that you created. So here you go. You can see we added this one. So make sure that you select that one and save changes. The final thing that you want to do in Stripe is your branding, because your user is going to see this like generic Stripe thing, but you can add a little bit of branding to it so that it matches the visual styling of your SaaS app. I'll show you where to do that right now, and where is it? This is under, where is this? Settings. Oh, it's right here. We'll also give you a link to this as well. But here you can change your logo, you can change your icon, you can change the colors of this of all of these little areas, customer portal, as well as your payment link, as well as your email receipt. So optional section. You don't need to do it to get it to run, but something to keep in mind. Okay, the final part about Stripe is using Stripe webhooks to update your customer's database. So the idea here is that, let me see. So the idea here is that when a customer changes their subscription tier or subscription information, you'd want that to be reflected in your own customer's database so that you can quickly query that without having to rely on Stripe as a dependency. And in order to do that, it's very simple. We just have to register a webhook, and then every time the events are updated, Stripe will send a API call to the endpoint they provide, which is, for us, it's going to be /API/subscription. You see that here, /API/subscription. And then there's an endpoint here. We can just take a look at it, /API/subscription. And all it does basically is it takes that request and then it'll update Supabase. Very simple, but it's useful to have. And we'll go over doing the local version of this. When we do there will be another video that will walk you through doing all this in production, but for this video, we're just trying to get it to run locally. So we'll do an add local listener over here. And Stripe is awesome because it allows you to test on local environment. If you haven't done this yet, it's pretty simple. Here you can see forward events to your webhook. Let's try this command and see what it looks like. So we can run this like local tunnel thing before even starting our server. And when you run this command, it'll return a webhook signing secret, and this is the secret that we want to put in our .m file. So our last one is the Stripe webhook secret. We will put it there, and once it's in there, we can run the server. Task start will run the server. Great. And then we can use this CLI to trigger events. So we could do the two events that our API can handle is customer subscription created and customer subscription something else. It's customer subscription created and customer subscription deleted. Those are the two ones. So let's just try this one and see if that webhook works. And basically this command is just mocking a webhook basically on our endpoint. So we can see this is a response from our server. A lot of the events are not supported, but you will see that here we do get a 201 from Stripe's from Stripe's local tunnel. And when you go to back to the Stripe website, you can see that the events were here, listed here. And for customer subscription created, we get a 201, which means that the customer was successfully updated in our Supabase. So now that we have all that working, we should be able to go to localhost 8000, and you'll see this is the default SaaS app. You should be able to see your Stripe products here. I have a duplicate because I just created a second one for the purpose of this video. And let's try signing up. Great, so we have a to-do list, and can delete it, and let's see if we can do more than 5. We can't, so we'll have to upgrade. And when we click on upgrade, it'll take us to Stripe's checkout page. And for testing Stripe has these test credit cards that you can use. If you just do 424242 and any date into the future, it'll work. So great. And now I can do a 6th one. Awesome. And if I want to manage my subscription, going to your account, this will take us to the Stripe customer portal, which we were just editing before. But you see now, now that I'm here, I can cancel the plan, update my payment information, billing information, all that good stuff. So that's it for this video. This video really was just focused on how to run SaaSKit locally. We will be creating other videos for how to basically explaining the architecture of the project, as well as how to customize and extend SaaSKit for your own purposes, and finally how to deploy SaaSKit to either Deno Deploy or any virtual private server like DigitalOcean or AWS Lightsail, things like that. Well, I hope this helped. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and thank you so much.